welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a D.C. kid to be a little parochial right now, while there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Junior's out there with Barrett, and it's Robinson in at center. And for the Jazz, we've got Bogdanovich. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Conley, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Ingles finds Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
But we come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Out to Conley, shoots the 3, hits the three-point bomb.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. Puts the pass on the money.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And the dunk by Robinson.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Over in the corner, Conley. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Now, Mike Conley, we know his pre-shot preparation is excellent. Catch and shoot bucket, yes, sir.
Junior dishes to Barrett. Doubled by Conley. Now the pass to Vidal. Just 4 to shoot. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
Shots good by Clarkson.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Knicks trail by 5. Doubled by Conley. And it's Robinson, that time on the assist by Junior. Junior's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. This, their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Conley surveying the D. Pass to Clarkson. Puts it up from 17. The Knicks pull it in. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Vidal, and Junior throws it down. Well, Greg, it was obvious when they traded Cobb, but this team views Junior as their franchise player heading forward.
And you can't argue with them the way Junior has played. It's a shame they didn't think there was a way for Junior and Cobb to coexist. But the choice is clear. This franchise is in Junior's hands.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrops.
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first.
And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim.
Now, here's Junior, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. Doubled by Conley. Barrett kicks to Junior. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this, and they now lead as the free throw drops for him. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. George Niang, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Clarkson, and it's Portis in for Mike Conley. Portis, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And Robinson throws it down.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Heath Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And Damian Dotson subbed in for R.J. Barrett. Now here's Gobert. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans.
And don't discount the defensive presence, guys. He racked up 3 blocks for the game.
Here's New York. They're on a 10-2 run here. Vidal, the pass to Dotson. Portis with it. This one for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Jazz trail by 5. Moutier with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Pass to Portis beyond the arc. It's rebounded by New York.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, that was worth the price of admission. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Gobert, the pass to Moutier. Back to Gobert. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. Payton, he's checked in for New York. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. Here's Vidal, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Free throw good, Junior.
At this point, it's clear that the team wants to build around Junior. He's got the upside to be the franchise centerpiece for the next decade. No reason for them not to build around it.
You know, Greg, I think most would agree Junior can take this team all the way. He's got the skill and the upside, and there's a lot to like about this decision. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
no doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. CJ McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Up top, Moutier, covered by Vidal. This is it to O'Neal. Harkless with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Junior's got it. Here's Payton. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Portis against Portis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Elfrid Payton.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Good on both. 1:41 left to play here in the first. Now, here's Junior. Guarded closely. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
And the pass to Niang. Nice ball movement by Utah. Portis can't get it to go.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Portis brings the double team. Pass to Vidal. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. That one goes in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now, here's Portis. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated, trying to get a way to stop him.
Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 5 now.
Well, to me, there's no question. It's critical that Emmanuel Mudiay make this shot more consistently, showing some signs of progress in the mid-range, guys.
And the shot goes down. 13 points for Junior.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
And here is Portis. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Moutier. Over Junior. Moutier with the basket. He's got 7.
Well, Emmanuel Mudiay, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Vidal. And yes, it's good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the flank.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what won.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. I feel you can learn more from a loss than you can from a win. And my teammates have been great. The whole organization has been great. We just, whatever happens, we kind of been sticking together, going through it all together. So that's what it is.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Moutier, O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Wright Foreman in at the 1 slot. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Lakers, was phenomenal. He finished with 59 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, D.A. Great, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Now, here's Junior. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Here's Moutier. Bogdanovich wide open. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
So it's the Jazz now, following the miss by Julius Randle from deep.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers.
And a deep three from Junior. No good on the quick three. Jazz trail by 6. Outside Portis. Doubled by Vidal. Back to Ingles. The 3. They get it again.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Junior kicks to Barrett. New York moving it around. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And Utah making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Portis is checked in. Bogdanovich finds Moutier. Back to Bogdanovich. Passes it to O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. O'Neal's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Junior dishes to Gibson. The pass to Vidal. It's stolen by Moutier. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
Boy, when Moutier plays with passion, this guy capable of converting through contact.
Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Vidal. And Junior throws it down.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Payton on the double team. Releases. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket for Moutier.
You know, once a pass is made out of the double team like that, the defense is spread too thin to stop the bucket. Heads up assist there.
Pass to Junior. There's 47 seconds left in the second quarter.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Portis, the pass to Gobert. Now Portis. Barrett covering. Portis drives in. A miss that time. Would have put him up. New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Vidal, the pass to Gibson, and another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Bogdanovich up top, defended by Portis. Now Bogdanovich. He had 37 points last game out. With 2 seconds left. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Barrett Knox for the wingman. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Vidal and at the point guard position. Doubled by Conley. Passes it to Knox. Here's Junior. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Junior's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Knicks. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Here's Bogdanovich. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Junior throws it down hard.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
A three from Bogdanovich. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside. And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that to me is where he can make his mark.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Vidal, and Junior throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And the Jazz call time here. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the off-season honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Vidal, the pass to Robinson. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Out left to the wing. Doubled by Conley. Vidal, the pass to Robinson. 2 on the clock. Here's Dotson. Bangs home the trifecta. Dotson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Conley penetrating. Robinson with the block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
George Niang. Justin Wright Foreman.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
The Knicks leading by 14. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs cost him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Clarkson kicks to Gobert. The pass to Wright Foreman. Dishes it to Clarkson. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And the Jazz, another three.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's improved his ability to run the offense. How about that pass, guys?
Here's Vidal. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Moutier, he's checked in for the Jazz. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for the Knicks. And the free throw, no good. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And here's Bogdanovich for three, and Utah another three.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
New York leading by 12. Now, here's Junior. He's got 31.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. Pass to Gobert. Back to Moutier. Here's Wright Foreman. Off target with his three.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Randall. And it goes down 2 points. Randall's got his second bucket tonight.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Picked him clean. Junior with it. 33 points for him. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Wright Foreman, the pass to Gobert. And here's Bogdanovich for three. And it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got 11 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
3 on the clock. Another shot, and again, it's New York.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Jazz trail by 21. And here's Moutier. 12 points for him. Doubled by Vidal. Niang kicks to Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovich. Over Randall. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Bogdanovich has got 8 here in the quarter. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. deciding to change it up. The Knicks leading by 19 points. Now Payton, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Cans it from downtown.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Portis drives in. Moutier against Payton. Teardrop shot, and it's laid in by Moutier. Moutier's got 14.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Pass to Vidal. Portis against Payton. The pass to Vidal. Moutier brings the double team. 5 to shoot. From deep. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Niang passes to Bogdanovich. Here's Niang. Pass to Portis. He kicks it to O'Neal. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second.
And New York making a change here. Barrett's checked in. Now, here's Junior. Defended by Moutier. Good on the bucket. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Junior.
Rising and punching it. That was an angry finish.
He wanted that dunk to stand out for sure. Jazz have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Moutier dishes to Bogdanovich. Pass to Niang. Over to the left wing. Doubled by Vidal. O'Neal misses.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Three-pointer. Sticks another. 3 more from Vidal. Junior's got 48.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. And Mike Conley subbed in for Moutier. And a switcher also for New York. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Taj Gibson. Conley kicks to O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Portis. And here we go. Fast break. Junior's got it. Payton surveying the floor. Wants to get it to Barrett and does. And again, it's New York.
R.J. Barrett trusting the jumper in the catch and shoot. Boy, if he's consistent with that, turn the lights out.
They double team Conley. Passes to Ingles. Conley against Payton. Conley the pass to Niang. Outside Conley. Shoots over Portis. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's Vidal, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. For New York, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. New York ahead, running away with this one. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job.
New York going with almost an entire new group here. Julius Randle's checked in for Bobby Portis. Damian Dotson comes in for Kevin Knox. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And Junior subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Conley. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 4 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA, in basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And stolen by Junior. First free throw is good. Moutier, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And both free throws good for Junior.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
And there's the pass to Gobert. Here's Wright Foreman. Kicks it to Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. The Jazz with another miss. New York shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Here's Vidal, and Junior throws it down hard.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Here's Moutier. Outside Bogdanovich. Now here's Moutier. Pass to Wright Foreman. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Vidal. He can't get that one to fall. And Utah the other way now. Clarkson looking for an opening. Here's Gobert. He kicks to Moutier. Pass to Bogdanovich. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 4 assists now tonight.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Utah.
Well, for Frank Ntilikina, to me, it's about being aggressive. When he's taking the initiative, he forces the defense to react.
Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Tucker finds Bogdanovich. Great D that time from Gibson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Vidal. Another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Wright Foreman. Bogdanovich passes to Wright Foreman. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And that one's good, Junior.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And Utah making a change here. Williams-Goss is checked in. And then for New York, Reggie Bullock comes in for Damian Dotson. And Ellington is subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis. Yep. You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
The Knicks shooting about 47% here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Junior.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Here's Vidal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the second free throw, good. 52 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Honey. Passes it to Gobert. The three from Bogdanovich. Traps in the tray.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Junior with it. Outside Gibson. Inside. Here's Vidal. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting for New York. And both free throws good for Junior. And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just